Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, we will barely get into that, but this video is all about saying goodbye to the month of overcommitting, overconsumption, overindulgence, overthinking, overworking that was January. We're over it. Let's move on. Let's take on February and try and see what we can do a little bit better this month. So this is my reset video for February 2023 to let go of January and reset for February. If you're new here, my name is Ciara. I am a final year or fourth year PhD student based in Dublin, Ireland. I also work in another academic institution as a lecturer of data analytics and machine learning. And I run a business which is a speech and drama school here in Ireland. And I have this YouTube channel. So needless to say, from time to time, there are certain breaks that occur on this channel, but I do try and post once a week. You'll see in my goals, I'm trying to post 1 to 2 times a week for February about how to be productive while doing a PhD. So if you like that type of content, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you never miss a video. Long story short of why I took a break, I think I burned out pretty heavy in December with trying to do Vlogmas. I think that was a bad idea. I think in general, I needed to take some time over those couple of months when I was taking on the new job of lecturing because it was very stressful. I also started writing my PhD thesis, which is pretty stressful too. And I'm starting to get to that stage where I know I have a lot to do and I have a lot left to do and I have a lot to kind of write up, and it's easy to become overwhelmed. And then at a certain point, when I wanted to come back to posting videos, I had left my charger somewhere for a couple of weeks and I was sick. So then it became a point of, it's been too long. It's so much harder to get back into it once you've kind of missed the period when you wanted to. Like, I wanted to make loads of these kind of reset for 2023 videos, and I still might do that because I think realistically January is always a bit of a rough month where people really want things to go well and they generally don't. So what I tried to do with January this month was just ease back into things. New schedules, new routines, trying to figure out what works, easing back into exercising after being unwell, different things like that I felt really, really worked for me. And now February I'm really excited about, which is nice. So I'm going to go through in this video, first of all, what I'm looking forward to February and sort of planning my month for February, what my goals are for February, and I'll explain why I mean this. And then also some of my favorites from the previous month of January. So February this year is actually a really good month. Why, you ask? We have a new bank holiday here in Ireland, which is this coming Monday, February 6th. So we have a long weekend basically right at the beginning of February, which is really nice. And that's for like St. Bridget's Day. There's no things one really needs to do on this day. It's just a nice additional day off that is welcome. So this weekend, the 4th to the 6th, me and Jack are going to Edinburgh, which is going to be really nice. So that's kind of one part of my planning time off for this month, which is going to be a number of different weeks. Then we have schools in Ireland, like primary and secondary schools, have a week break on the week of the 13th. So that means the drama school is closed for that week. So that's going to be really nice. So I don't have to teach any of my classes that week and I don't have to worry about any of the classes going on that week, which is great. And because of my schedule at the moment, I will have basically the kind of halfway point of the Wednesday to the Sunday where I don't have any classes in terms of my lecturing role or my drama school teaching role. So I might take a couple of days and go to visit my dad in Galway because there's nowhere I really need to be then for those days, which is fabulous. Then the very last week of the month, the week of the 27th, which leads into March, I guess, more so, I have a week off lecturing because it is a kind of higher education reading week for certain colleges. So I won't have any lecturing that week. So it's kind of going to be a mismatch of like weeks where I have half bits off, half bits on. And that's really good because it's going to give me extra time to work on my PhD and to catch up a bit on any of the work in each of those areas. So in terms of planning for this month, those are the things that I wanted to kind of factor in, was when can I fit in this time off. There's also Valentine's Day on the 14th, and then we have in Ireland something called Pancake Tuesday on the 21st, which is also Mardi Gras in some places. But here it means you have pancakes. So, you know, February I think is usually a bit of a crap month, but this year I'm really excited about all of the different little pockets of time that I'm going to get to take a bit of a break. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to it. So in terms of planning, that's all I'm doing for my schedule, because otherwise it's like when those weeks of things being off aren't happening, I don't have anything else in the calendar, if that makes sense. So it was really that weekend, this weekend going away, and then in 2 weeks after that going to Galway for a couple of days. And otherwise it's just going to be my normal schedule. So planning into the month, not really anything I need to do. There's no birthdays in February. It's just kind of a chill one. And there's no like deadlines for me in February either, which is important. In terms of then planning for, let's say, goals, I am approaching goals a little bit differently this year. I'm trying not to give myself too hard a time, because that's something that I typically tend to do. And I've set myself a number of goals for the year that are more about enjoying my time, enjoying myself and taking care of myself. And I have kind of a number of goals to do with, let's say, the brand or the business that are more kind of going with the flow of all of the foundations that I've led in this past couple of years, just kind of riding those waves onto success, if that makes sense. So I've done a lot in the last couple of years to build up the business, to build up my brand. I've done all my research for my PhD there or thereabouts. I've last year done all of my lectures, and now it's just about repeating these in a way and getting better at them. So my kind of goals in that way aren't really goals, if that makes sense. But I kind of rather I'm thinking about the projects that I'm working on to make my life better all the time. So each week I'm going to be checking in with my list of projects and checking in with my actions related to those projects and seeing what I can do to improve those. So the main projects that I'm kind of thinking about in the different areas of life for this month, for my PhD, I am working on my training determinants of marathon performance chapter. So that's writing up my race time prediction work, which is largely written up at this stage, rerunning a bit of that analysis. And the main thing to do for that is some exploratory analysis that I've been discussing with my supervisors. So that's the main project for that for this month. But I want to get all of that done this month if possible. And then in my lecturing, for just the month of February, I have this 3-week intro to AI course that I'm teaching. And so I have some lectures that I need to make for that. So really that's only going to be over the next 2 weeks that I need to focus on that. And that's the project that I'll be working on. In the business, we have a competition. So there's a bit of work to do this month in terms of this week I need to set off all of the registrations. Then next week need to set reminders about filming videos. Maybe have somebody come in to film videos during one of the weeks and then send off all those videos as well. And then leading into kind of the end of the month, it'll be letting people know when we find out about who gets into the final. We also need to get all of our summer courses up on the website so that people can start booking those. And that's really all I'm working on this month, apart from my own classes, which each week I kind of work away on. So right now I'm teaching a teenage speech and drama class and an adult communication course. And then I have a lot of one-to-ones for different things to do with teaching or acting or speech. YouTube, brand. I've been really slacking in this since probably early last year. I've just been doing the bare minimum to keep my brand alive, and I really need to start focusing on it again. So with YouTube, that will be kind of posting 1 to 2 videos a week, and then I need to start posting on Instagram again. It's just, again, it's once you've been away for a while, it's really hard to get back into it. So it's like I'm finding it difficult. So probably like 3 posts a week I think would be realistic, but I just need to post something and then I think I'll be back in the swing of things. Then in all the kind of personal areas of life, in my finances, I really need to start budgeting, because in January The problem is I've been earning more money, so I haven't really been paying as much attention to my money because I know that I have money in reserves, and I know that's a very privileged place to be. And it just means that I haven't been paying attention, so I've been overspending. Anytime I'm out of the house, I grab a coffee or grab a snack, and like just stuff like that where it's just unnecessary, but kind of if there's pockets of time where I have nothing to do, I'll just end up spending money, which is stupid. So I need to start paying attention to my money, budgeting, sorting out my taxes for the last year, and then I'd like to do kind of a low spend month apart from the fact that we're going to Edinburgh this weekend. In terms of my kind of health and fitness, I'm really happy with where I'm at with that. I just want to keep that going. I don't have any kind of areas that I want to work on there. Friends and family, I actually had a really good social month in January. I saw basically everyone that I'm friends with and did a couple of larger social outings as well, which was very overwhelming for me, to be honest, and definitely hit me hard in the end, but it's been good to get back to seeing people. And I still have a couple of friends that are living abroad that I need to catch up with properly. In terms of my hobbies, I'd like to go and see a play in a theatre this month and read 2 books as well. The only thing that I don't know how much I'm going to work on it this month, but we'll see. In terms of personal growth, I really want to work on less TV consumption because I have a tendency, particularly when I'm stressed, to just have things on in the background to kind of quieten out the noise in my head. And I'd like to ideally stop doing that, or just do it less and probably just focus on watching something with Jack in a more mindful way and not like just having things on in the background, rewatching shows that I've seen a million times. So that is it for the kind of projects, goals that I have for this month, the things that I'm working on basically. So I just wanted to go through a couple of favorites from the month of January, things that I've been enjoying. And some of these are just general moments and some of them are specific things that you can get into. One of the things that I got for Christmas from Jack was an electric hot water bottle, which has been essential for cramps and also just cold, because I'm always cold, and it has built-in kind of hand warmer, so it's just been great. I have gotten as well for Christmas new towels, like really high quality bath towels that have been game changing, because I used to just hate the towels that I had. They were really old because, you know, when you move house, you just end up with all this old stuff. And the ones I have now are just so nice. It feels like luxury every time I take a shower, which is amazing. Then in terms of kind of TV, White Lotus, amazing. If you haven't been on the White Lotus train, you need to get on it. It's been so good. And we've been watching that new season of Criminal Minds that's been out. And I don't know how I feel about it because the editing and everything, it's too good quality for the quality of show that Criminal Minds always has been in terms of performance. It's not a, you know, high drama kind of show. It's a little bit cheesy at times. And I think the kind of quality of it doesn't really match the quality of it, if you get what I'm saying. Other things I've just been enjoying, so going into the office and kind of seeing people more day to day has been actually really nice. And I think I can nearly say I don't work from home anymore because I do leave the house a lot day to day, at least 3 days a week, which is a lot more than I had been in previous years. I've been really enjoying my new classes in both the business and in the lecturing. Yeah, what else? Things that I've been enjoying listening to. I found this new podcast, 2 new podcasts actually, The Psychology of Your 20s. It's a psychology podcast and it's really interesting. They take on different themes around some of the difficulties that we face in our 20s, which is very interesting. And then I've been listening to Candice King's podcast only since yesterday, so I don't know if it's fair to say that it's a favourite, but I just didn't know that it existed. Or Candice Acola, now maybe I should say. I don't know if she's changed her name, but it's called Super Bloom and it's all about going through difficult times in life, which is always good to learn from others about. And we could not finish this for last month without giving a shout out to Flowers by Miley Cyrus. And that is it for all of my favourites for the month. And I'm going to say that's it for this reset. I feel like as my first video back, this is enough for me. My next video, I'm going to be sharing with you my schedule that I have at the moment for this term, so you can see how I balance all of the different areas that I work and still have a life and still take care of myself and all of that. So Stay tuned for that video. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you never miss a video. And I will see you all in the next video.